I decided that what I wanted to do is, I'm reading some of these blogs. Excuse me, y'all. I'm reading some of these blogs, and what I'm realizing is that I would like to support them. When you are in this place of content creation, like me, I'm recording this, I make videos. You have no idea if anybody is watching. But you know that you have a passion for what you're doing. You know that you have a purpose for what you're doing, but you don't know who's watching, who's listening, who's reading. But I want y'all to know, Mama, that I am reading. I am supporting your blog, okay, from here on out. And I'm going to just introduce your blog to my channel, to my followers, to my listeners. And, just provide insight on what I received from your blog, what inspiration I received, so other mamas can go and receive the same thing, the same goodness now. Okay, so the blog that she introduced me to this time is called Nala Hive. Shout out to Nala Hive. And I do have Nala Hive. One moment, y'all. Production, honey. Production. Yes, production. Okay, here goes Nala Hive. Now, with production, side note, with production sometimes comes situations. So don't judge me again. No judgment zone, remember? Okay. So so here we go. This is Nala Hive. Yo, the artwork, hun. The artwork is dope. That's so cute. Okay, and so Chanel, I believe, is the writer of Nala Blog. The Nala Hive, I'm sorry. Y'all, give me a moment. So if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see what I'm doing, but if you're watching, you can see that I pulled up Nala Hive here on my phone, and there goes that beautiful mama, that queen there. And her name is Chanel, okay? And I know Chanel is a Spartan. I don't know Chanel personally, but hey, girl. Hey, mama. I read your blog, girl, and you are amazing. So her recent post, or one of her recent posts, I'm going to show it here. Y'all go to here. This is... Her address is Nala Hive, or URL, Nala Hive, NALA Hive.com.wordpress.com. NalaHiveCom.wordpress.com. If you're watching on YouTube, I will post that in the description. If you are listening through podcast, I will post that in the description. Her latest episode, I'm sorry, y'all. Don't judge me. Hold on, let me get to it. How do I get back to the blog? A hole in the cup. A hole in the cup. So here we go. This is Nala Hive. The artwork, girl, is on point. A hole in the cup. So that is her latest blog post that she posted in September this month. And it's an easy read, y'all. It's a great read, and I really enjoyed reading it. And what I love about the mama blogs that are out here to support moms like I am, like there are so many mama blogs out there that it might be about fits and lunches, it might be about art, it might be about anything, but the ones that are about your mental health, about your sanity, about taking care of yourself so that you can better take care of your babies. What I love is the repetition. We all talk just about the same things, and that is not a bad thing, because in the world of public health, as a public health educator working in coalition and communities, the one thing that we do is we want to make sure that when you're creating population change, which you're kind of seeing in this world, this pandemic summer, you're seeing this population change trying to occur. What we want is for you to get the same message everywhere you go. That's the hope. That's the beauty of it. That makes it work well. So if you come to podcasts and you get that message, you go to social media, you get that message. You go to a blog, you get that message. You go to the gym, the grocery store, church, you get those messages. You are more than likely to incorporate those messages and create a behavior change in a positive direction. And that's what we want. That's what we want, is a behavior change, a positive behavior change. So with Chanel and her post, A Hole in the Cup, one thing that let me just say, this was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful read. And some things that I got from it. She said, being a mom is synonymous with sacrifice. We sacrifice so much as a mom. Even as a single mom, she's a single mom. Chanel is a single mom, so she is coming from a different perspective, kind of, than I am. And I say kind of because I am a military spouse. And when my husband is away, I consider myself a temporary single mom. And no, I'm not there full time. I'm not trying to encompass your journey or throw mud or dirt on your journey as a single mom, but I'm here doing this alone. And it's hard, so it's real. The stress and the struggle is definitely real. We sacrifice so much as moms: our time, our energy, our food, our drink, the good things. We have to hide in the closet to eat the snacks. We sacrifice so much for our children because we want them to be wonderful. We want them to have the best in life, the best that we can possibly provide. And if that means taking away from what we have, then we're going to do it because we're selfless. We're selfless. We should be selfless, right? So we're giving those things to our children. I joke sometimes and say I spend more money on my children than I spend on myself. I can go in Target, and y'all know Target is a safe zone for all of us mamas. We love spending our extra time doing nothing in Target all day, going down every aisle, every section. Yes, I know I'm not the only one. I know for sure I'm not the only one. Anyway, but I can go in Target and buy my children tons of clothes and not buy myself not one thing. I can do it. And so we sacrifice all these things, but we don't think sometimes about ourselves. And then the next thing you know is you find yourself pouring from an empty cup, which Chanel talked about. We find ourselves pouring from an empty cup and not even realizing that is what we're doing. But we know we feel bad physically. We know we feel drained mentally. We know that we're giving because, hey, that's what we're supposed to do as moms, right? That's what we feel sometimes. But we don't acknowledge or recognize when we are pouring from an empty cup. We have to do better, y'all. We have to realize and acknowledge and unapologetically admit when we are pouring from an empty cup. And so Chanel talks about this in this blog, how she needs to flex her no muscles. This is a quote from her blog. We need to flex our no muscles a lot. We need to say no, not only to other people, but to ourselves. I'll talk about that a little bit later in my tips about grief, because I learned that from my therapist. I've been in therapy, y'all. Therapy. We'll talk about that later too. Anyway, flexing her no muscles and, recognizing when you need time. And not only recognizing it, but taking that time. These are messages that we need to pound into our heads. Y'all, we can no longer pour from an empty cup. We can no longer go without taking time for ourselves. We have to be mindful of the sacrifice that we are giving, because sometimes you can sacrifice yourself into the ground. But is that worth it? Again, you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of your babies. And if you are a single mom or a married mom, have your team, have your tribe. Like we have the mama tribe here, Let Mama Live. Have your tribe that you can call on. Call on them. Ask them for their help. We can ask ask for help. You know that, right? You don't have to be the shero, the superwoman all the time. Take your cape off and ask for help. Or, better yet, keep your cape on and find your sidekick. Ask your sidekick to come on in, you know? And give you some help, whether it's watching the kids, whether it's helping you run an errand, whatever it may be. You know, we have to find a way to recognize when we need time and take that time. And I find myself more and more doing this, but if you have to go to your loved one and say, hey, I need time. I need to close my door. I need to lock the door. I need to go take a bath, a bubble bath. I need to make a drink in a healthy way. We're not filling any voids over here. But, you know, it's a part of winding down sometimes. I need to have a drink. Or I need to drink more water. You know, I need to eat healthy. You know, it's so many ways that you can take care of yourself and not sacrifice everything as a mom. And so, you know, Chanel brought up some wonderful points. And so make sure you go check out her blog, Nala Hive. And she is giving you a safe place, y'all, a safe space to reflect and to know that you are not alone. So, as I mentioned before, we have this culture that's happening on social media. It's an oversharing culture. That's what I see it as. Just like we see the cancel culture, we have this oversharing culture. And so, mamas, we get on Facebook sometimes and we overshare. We vent. And I see it. And sometimes I wonder why. Why are we doing that? And I'm not judging you. You do whatever you want to do. I'm not judging you. I'm not telling you not to do it. But what I'm telling you is that moms like Chanel and like myself are creating safe spaces for you to be able to vent and overshare. You don't have to go to social media. Because social media, like I said, they're either there to bash you, they're either there to laugh. Some may be there to support you, but I bet you a majority of them are over there to be nosy or all of the above. Shoot, we got some supportive people that are just nosy, you know. And all I need is for one person to say something bad to me, honey, and my mama AD will come out of me. And Lady Michelle say when they go low, we go high. But AD sometimes say when they go low, we drops it down to the flow. I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to be on Facebook or on IG like arguing with people because they don't support this oversharing, this you venting, you sharing your heart. They don't support that.